What's up, everybody? This is Cris, and you are tuned in to Cris Battle Rap Review. Um, where today I will be bringing you something a little different. I'm going to do a prediction blog. Last time I did the Gnome 10 recap. Be sure to go and listen to that where I recap Gnome. But today I'm going to do a prediction blog on Ultimate Madness 2. Now, we know that we did Ultimate Madness 1 already. It was mostly of new and up and coming talent. Um, Fonz and Jay the Nightwing made it to the finals. Fonz ended up winning the 25K at Nome. So now we're doing Ultimate Madness 2, which Ultimate Madness 2 is going to be. It's a little different. It's more guys that have been around for a minute, some guys who are coming back to redeem themselves. So this tournament should be a little bit, it's going to be interesting because some of these guys, we're going to find out who's going to stick around and who's not. I believe that this tournament is going to weed out some of the people that don't belong on URL and might have to go somewhere else. And we're going to find out who belongs on URL, uh, you know, for now into the near future. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the brackets. I'm going to go from left to right. And then I'm going to, break every bracket down. And then I'm going to tell you my winner. So I'm on the left side at top left, you got the Saga versus Holmesy the God, and you got Gweezy versus Emerson Kennedy. Now the Saga versus Holmesy the God. Now the last time we saw the Saga was on Gnome 10, and he did not have a very good showing. He he choked in the first two rounds against Mike P, and then the third round it was a little shaky. At the end of his round, he just didn't have a good showing. So I believe in this tournament he's gonna come hungry. He's gonna come to redeem himself for his performance of Gnome, because we don't know Saga to be a choker. He does not choke. He's been on a tear. He's been killing it. He before Gnome, he just had a classic with B Dot on the rooftop. So the guys, the Saga's been doing his thing. So I believe he's gonna come in this tournament hungry, ready to prove that Gnome was an anomaly. It was just an anomaly. It was just something that just he got. I don't know. Maybe he got nervous. Maybe he just things was going on. But I think in this tournament, he's gonna show that he belongs in the upper echelon, top tier battle rappers. And he's going against, and what better way than go against? No disrespect, Holmesy. No disrespect, Holmesy the God. I'm not saying that you trash, my dude. I ain't saying you suck. I ain't saying none of that. But you got to know that you are the clear underdog in this first round. And what worst way you pick it? You now you got the Saga coming off of his worst performance, and he's coming now. He has his sights set on you. I gotta say it like I just gotta be real. And this is just my opinion. I think the Saga is going to win 3-0. I think he's going to beat Holmes the guy 3-0. I think he's going to go. I'm not to say that Holmes is going to be trash. Holmes probably going to have some stuff. But I just think the Saga is just going to outclass him and just do some, and just go in there ready to to do his thing. So, yeah, I got the Saga beating Holmes the God 3-0. Next matchup, Gweezy, Emerson Kennedy. Now we all know Gweezy is always solid. He's always, had solid battles with, he had a solid battle with Av, even though I had him losing to Av. He beat Danny in LA. And he's just always been solid. He's always been solid. And Emerson Kennedy he's always giving us dope battles. His battle with B Dot will always be fire. He just had a dope rooftop battle with Danny Myers. Um, the dude is just solid. You know what I'm saying? One of the and his pen game is you know crazy. The dude can his pen is nuts. So I'm taking Emerson Kennedy. I think he wants to show improve. He wants to come in and he wants to get. I think he wants to get the bigger looks. So he knows he has to beat Gluezy. So I got him beating Gluezy 2-1. I got him beating Gluezy 2-1. Clear. In a clear win. So let's go down to the bottom half of the left side of the bracket. You got Danny Myers versus Reaper Rail, and then you got Tink the Demon versus Franchise. Now Danny Myers versus Reaper Rail. Um, what more can I say about Danny Myers? Danny Myers is one of the better battle rappers in the game. He always brings three fire rounds. There's never a time where you get a lackluster Danny Myers. Danny always brings you high energy, dope bars, in fire battles. And so, no disrespect to Reaper Rail. I think Reaper Rail is another solid battle rapper, but I just think he's going to get outclassed. I just think Danny's going to be too much for Reaper Rail. Because if Danny loses to Reaper Rail, whoa, that, you want to talk about an upset. Man, that's going to be a crazy upset. So I got Danny winning 3-0. I'm picking Danny to win 3-0 clear. Then we got Tink the Demon versus the Franchise. Now Tink is just coming back. You know, he just got out of prison. So he's coming back hungry. The last time we saw Tink the Demon on the URL, I want to say it was against Saga, and it was not a great showing. I think he almost threw. Matter of fact, he threw up in one of his rounds, and he was just not good. I think he was choking. It was just not a good showing from Tink. So I think Tink is coming in. He's hungry. He wants to show that he belongs, and so he's gonna come in ready. Franchise is another one who he always brings solid rounds. He's a solid battle rapper. He's from Canada, so he has a little bit of a different style. But you know what? I'm gonna roll with Franchise on this one. I just think Franchise is gonna have a little bit. This is a what you call a preference battle for real because they are two opposites when it comes to battle. Tink is like torture rap. Like he just talks about grinding your bones up and you know tearing your eyeballs out. He does that type of stuff, and we all know the Franchise. He does gun bars, and he his persona is like he kind of this hood. He kind of this gangster. But I got Franchise. I'm rolling with Franchise. 2-1 in a close battle. So then we go to the second round, and we got Saga versus EK, Danny versus Franchise. Saga and EK, Emerson Kennedy, have a chance to be classic. It has a chance to be a very good battle, at the very least. I think I know I'm taking the Saga in this one. I'm taking the Saga because, like I said, I know the Saga. He wants to redeem himself from No, and like I said, he has to have a bounce back performance. So I think, like I said, he's going to be hungry, but I think this battle is going to be dope, and I think he's going to edge Emerson Kennedy 2-1. And I think this battle is also going to look good on Emerson Kennedy, even in a loss. As long as Emerson does what he always do, and he still loses, Emerson has nothing to worry about. So I got Saga moving on to the semifinal round. Then you got Danny versus Franchise. Once again, I just believe Danny is going to outclass Franchise. And I got Danny winning 3-0. Clear. No disrespect to franchise. I'm not saying you ain't gonna come with no dope bars or nothing like that. But I got Danny Myers. I got Danny. I just prefer Danny over franchise. So now we got the Saga versus Danny. Once again, this semifinal round could be has the potential to be a fire battle, and I think this one could go down in the books as one of the best battles ever. Saga versus Danny, but I'm edging Danny 2-1. Saga, if Saga can make it to the semifinal rounds, I think that he will be fine. And if he shows up in the semifinal round and makes it hard for the judges to determine the winner, I think he'll be fine. He will redeem himself from no. So I got Danny moving on to the finals. Now let's go on the right side. You got Loso versus Nun Nun at the top half. You got Mr. Wavy versus Steams. Loso versus Nun Nun. Now, listen, I don't mean no disrespect. I don't mean no harm. But if this ain't the biggest mismatch in the tournament, I don't know what is. Man, listen, I got Loso with a 30 body bag against Nun Nun. I think it's about to get bad for Nun Nun. No disrespect to Nun Nun. I just, I've seen, here and there he showed glimpse that, the dude, he's all right, but he's not beating no Loso. If he beats Loso needs to just pack it up. He needs to wrap it up. He needs to go off. He needs to go all away somewhere and reevaluate his life. If he lets Nun Nun beat him in the first round, Loso needs to go somewhere and reevaluate his life. you know, he needs to, go to communion or whatever, and he needs to think about his life if he loses to Nun Nun. I got him body bag 3-0 over Nun Nun. The next battle, you got Mr. Wavy versus Steams. Now, these two battle rappers, they kind of been in limbo. Mr. Wavy, he's had good showings, and then Mr. Wavy's had bad showings. He had a good showing against K-Shine and Twerk, and he had a bad showing against John John and Briz Rothstein. Wavy is up and down. He's up and down. So, but what better battle to come back, with than him going against Steams. And Steams, he's solid. He's part of the cakes with Chess. Um, you know, but I'm just gonna say this: I ain't seen Chess and Steams kick it since Chess has been down with Cave Game. But that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Whatever. I don't know them personally. They might still kick it, but I'm just noticing things. Just putting something out there in the atmosphere. But anyway, yeah, I got Mr. Wavy 2-1. Mr. Wavy 2-1 clear over Steams. No disrespect, but that's just my opinion. Now let's go with the bottom half. Mike P versus Ryder. Young Cannon versus Bill Collector. Now let me put this out there for those of you don't know. B Magic was supposed to go against Bill Collector. But I'm guessing B Magic backed out. Maybe he felt like he wasn't going to be able to prepare enough to do battles every other week or whatever. So maybe he backed out, or maybe something else. Maybe something personal happened. But B Magic is no longer in the tournament. He's replaced with Young Cannon. which I have no problem with. I like Young Cannon. I think he's solid, dude. Always brings it, and yeah, he's a good replacement for B Magic. So let's go with Mike P and Ryder. Now Mike P is coming off of fire performance at Nome. If it wasn't for daylight, if it wasn't for daylight, we might be talking about Mike P's performance. Daylight and Rock, sorry. Daylight and Rock. Daylight and Rock. And maybe even Aberv and Geechee, but Daylight and Rock. But Mike P had a fire performance against Saga. All 3 rounds was going in. So he's coming off of a fire, performance off of Gnome. And now he's gonna enter in this tournament. He's probably feeling the momentum. He's going and now he's going against Ryder. Now look, we all probably agree that the Saga probably has a lot to prove as far as after his last performance. But I will say this for the Saga, at least for the Saga, leading up to the known battle, he had been cooking. My opinion, the person who needs this tournament the most is Ryder. Ever since Ryder battled Chef Trez, and when we saw that battle, we thought Ryder was going to take off. And ever since then, it's kind of been up and down with Ryder. He hasn't been consistent. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been consistent. And I believe the person who needs this tournament the most is Ryder. Ryder needs this tournament more than anybody on this card, to me. My opinion. I think Ryder needs this tournament more than any battle rapper on this card, on this tournament, in these brackets. He needs to show and prove, because he's no longer with the Goonies. He's on, he was with Cave Kane for like 2 seconds. Now it's just Ryder. And Ryder needs to come out smoking, cooking. So that's why, for those of you who watch college basketball, college basketball always has, in March, unfortunately due to COVID, we didn't have it this year, but in past years, we've had the NCAA tournament, March Madness. And every year, there's always a mid-major, a smaller school who goes against a Kentucky or a Duke or North Carolina or any top-ranked school, and they go in the first round and they pull off the upset. That's what Ryder is for me. He's my mid-major, and Mike P is North Carolina. Listen, I think Mike P is coming off of this known battle, and I'm not saying he's going to slack in this battle. Not at all. I think he's going to come with it. But I think Ryder is just going to be hungry, and he's going to bring it. And I think he is going to shock everybody. He's going to shock everybody in this first round, and he's going to be Mike P 2-1. In a close battle, edge him. He's going to edge him. But I think Ryder's going to come with his best material, and he is going to beat Mike P 2-1. That's my dark horse. Now let's go to the bottom. Young Cannon versus Bill Collector. Like I said before, Young Cannon is always solid. Last time we saw Young Cannon was against Mike P. And, it was an okay battle. It was cool. Then, he had faced Jack Boy, and I believe he beat Jack Boy. And then he recently just had a battle on another battle league. I forgot the battle league, but he he was going off. He had like a fire second round or a fire third round in that battle. But anyway, so Young Cannon always going to bring 3 fire rounds, 3 solid fire rounds. Then you got Bill Collector. Bill has been doing his thing, as of late. He had a fire battle with Av. He had a fire battle with Rex. He had a pretty good battle with Hitman. Fire battle actually with Hitman. So Bill's been cooking. So, but for my preference, you know, no disrespect to Bill Collector, but I'm rolling with Young Cannon. I think Cannon's gonna win because Cannon's another one that has a lot to prove. Mind you, Cannon is supposed to be part of Cave Gang, and he's one of the members that we really don't get to see a lot. You know, we get to see Av, we get to see Chess. You know, as of recently, we don't get to see Chef Trez, but before then, we used to see Chef Trez a lot. So, yeah, Young Cannon is one of the Cave members that don't get to be seen. So, I think he's going to come in hungry, ready to show and prove. And, you know, for my preference, I just think Cannon's going to have more haymakers. So, I got Young Cannon 2-1 over Bill Collector. So let's go to the second round. Loso versus Mr. Wavy. And then you got Ryder versus Young Cannon. Now, Loso and Mr. Wavy, I just think Loso's going to outclass Mr. Wavy. I just think he's going to have more haymakers, more angles. I'm going with Loso 2-1 over Wavy. That's just my preference, in my opinion. And then Ryder versus Young Cannon. Like I told you, Ryder is my mid-major. That's going to shock the world. I got Ryder beating Young Cannon 2-1 going to the semifinals. That's right, I said it. Y'all can kill me. Y'all can say I'm crazy, I'm bugged out, whatever. I told you, Ryder is my mid-major. I got Loso versus Ryder in the semifinals. But then that's when the train stops for Ryder. I got Loso beating Ryder 2-1. I just think Loso is just going to do a little bit more. He's going to have some angles. But hey, if Ryder makes it to the semifinals, this will be a good showing for Ryder. Like I said, to me, in my opinion, I think Ryder needs this tournament more than anybody in this tournament. Because Ryder needs to show and prove on a consistent level. We need Ryder to show, improve. So, yeah. So, I got Loso beating Ryder, which means I got Loso versus Danny Myers. Now, this matchup has the potential to be fire. Man, if these two can lock it in and write something in a week, and it be, you know, dope material, and I'm suspecting that this matchup will probably end up on Summer Madness. This is just my opinion. I think it will end up on, since the last Ultimate Madness finals ended up on Gnome, I think this matchup will end up on Summer Madness. So, you know, when I first looked at this tournament, and I looked at the names, I'm not going to lie. I had Danny winning the whole tournament. I did. But as time went on and I sat back and I thought about it, I changed my pick, man. I got Loso beating Danny 2-1 in a close battle. I think this win for Loso would solidify him as at least maybe not a top tier, but he'd be a top tier, one of the top tier, you know, battle rappers in the game on URL, but he won't, it's not top tier like a Surf or K-Shine or, you know, a Verb or one of them, but, you know, a little bit under that. I just think that this tournament win would solidify, not to say that he's not solidified. Come on now. Loso is fire. And we know that when he comes, you know, with fire, he can beat anybody. He just came up with a fire battle with JC and smoked JC's boots. We haven't seen JC since. We haven't seen him since Loso. So Loso puts in work. But I think with this tournament win, and this is just my opinion, I just think this will solidify him as one of the top tier battle rappers. And then to get him the bigger plates that he wants. So these are my predictions for Ultimate Madness 2. August 1st, it goes down. It was July 25th, but Caffeine just put it out there that it's going to be August 1st. So I will be reviewing all those battles. It's going to be definitely every other Saturday that it will go down. So, and I'm pretty for sure that the finals winner will go to Summer Madness. Now that they have made it August 1st. So thank y'all for listening to me, for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel, man. Like I said, I will be bringing more content. Look out for B Magic versus Chess dropping. I'm going to do Coffee Brown versus KCJ. I'm also going to do Drugs versus Riggs. So be tuned in. I will be dropping those blogs soon. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Cris underscore style 702, and my Instagram, Cris underscore style 70282. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gone.